So what you can see on your screens right now is the box of the Oppo F11 Pro. This is the 6GB, 64GB variant. There's apparently also going to be a 128GB variant, although I'm not so sure of that. So on the box you can see, of course, the Indian cricket team sponsor that Oppo will proudly show off. And apart from that, you can see some basic specs, which is the 48 megapixel camera. I am presuming this is a Samsung GM1 sensor and not the Sony IMX586. Sorry for this Jugaad pen, guys. That's all I have right now. Anyway, on the box, what I see is that this is the Thunder, a black variant of the phone. The price, as usual, has been cut out, so I'll just put that aside. Okay, so that's it. The lid is out. Let's quickly open this and figure out what's inside this as well. Of course, you do get this ejector tool, as is the case with most phones these days. It would be stupid not to give one. And there's a case inside the box as well. And I'm presuming those are the documents that you get with the phone, so I'll keep that aside. And ta-da! That, my friends, is the Oppo F11 Pro. Oh wow, that does look very good. And it's much fatter than I expected it to be, honestly. And there you go. It says designed by Oppo. I think that was quite unnecessary. We know that it would have been designed by Oppo only, and there's again another Oppo branding out there. We can quickly just see what else we get inside the box. And as usual, similar to the OnePlus Dash Charge, you get a VOOC 3.0 charger, which Oppo claims that it can charge the phone from 0 to 100 in under 80 minutes, which is incredible, of course. But it doesn't use Type-C for that. It uses a micro USB charger for it. You can see the charger here, and you can see the adapter here as well. So I'll keep. The final thing that I'll show you is, of course, the earphones that you get with the box. So these look like the Apple EarPods. So I'll keep that. That's what you get inside the box, and quickly we'll take a look at the first impressions of the Oppo F11 Pro. So the Oppo F11 Pro actually comes in this thunder black color, which has these gradient different colors on the extreme top right and the bottom left, which makes it look unique, but it does definitely look premium. So the body is actually made of polycarbonate. This is not glass, this is plastic, but on the front you get Gorilla Glass 5, and on the rear, of course, the marquee feature is the 48 megapixel primary camera, which is at the bottom, and on the top is the 5 megapixel depth sensor, which is of course going to help with portrait shots. I'll take a few shots and show you guys as camera samples as well. Of course, that'll not be enough for us to judge the camera quality. You know, we take a lot of time. You can definitely see on your screens if the camera takes pictures that you like. And one of the things that you'll notice on the rear is that it comes with this fingerprint scanner, which means that it doesn't have the optical in-display fingerprint scanner that is available on the Vivo V15 Pro. As for the rest of the ports and stuff, you see this cutout, that is definitely for the pop-out selfie camera. I'll show you that to you guys in a bit. And you get this mic as well at the top. And apart from that, a few sensors, if I'm not mistaken. And on the left, you get the volume rocker, which is separate buttons. So that is nicely done. And on the right, you get the power button, which has this interesting green color in between. And above that, you have the SIM card tray as well. So, I mean, the design wise, I don't see much of a problem, but the problem that a lot of people will definitely have, or an issue that a lot of people will have, is the fact that at the bottom, it comes to the micro USB port. It is 2019, for God's sake. I think it is high time brands move to Type-C. It is a requisite, in my opinion. Having said that, the micro USB port actually enables VOOC Charge 3.0 on the Oppo F11 Pro, which Oppo claims that can charge the phone from 0 to 100 in 80 minutes, which is incredible. And of course, you've got a 3.5mm jack. Oppo hasn't removed that, and a speaker to its right. The display on the front is a massive 6.5 inch Full HD Plus display, and apparently Oppo is actually using a RAM specifically for the display. Yeah, that's what I read in the reviewer's guide, which is kind of odd. So we'll have to check out what that does. Oppo claims that it actually helps in save more battery power. Talking about battery, you get a 4000 mAh battery inside the phone. Now let's quickly take a look at ColorOS 6.0, which is what is new on the Oppo F11 Pro. It's based on Android 9 Pie. Let me just jump into this. There you go. So as you can see, this is ColorOS version 6, Android version 9. That's running on the Oppo F11 Pro, so that's good. And apart from that, of course, you get stuff like gestures, and now you have an app drawer as well for people who like app drawers, because I love app drawers. But one of the things that you need to note is that the phone definitely comes with a lot of third-party apps like UC Browser, ShareChat, Wink Music, and a lot of stuff that is pre-installed on the phone. The one new addition to the Oppo F11 Pro software is something called HyperBoost technology, which apparently improves gaming performance. That is something we'll have to test out in our full review, but that's definitely something interesting as well. Alright, so that's it about the design and the camera and the details of the Oppo F11 Pro. Of course, we haven't spent too much time with it. I've been playing around a little bit. I'll be shooting a few samples with the phone's front camera and the rear camera. One of the marquee features of the Oppo F11 Pro is, of course, ta-da, the pop-out selfie camera. I don't know if it is necessarily faster or slower than the Vivo V15 Pro's pop-out selfie camera, but it can pop out like this. And I really like that edge screen notification that you get, which looks a lot like what Samsung does with the Edge display on its Galaxy S series of phones. This phone is much fatter and thicker than the Vivo V15 Pro, but what has to be noticed is the fact that unlike the Vivo V15 Pro, the camera bump is not as intense on the Oppo F11 Pro. Now, I know that a lot of you would want to test this out as well. Let me just quickly try something out for you guys, and that is, okay, this is definitely not a single-handed usage phone, so let me focus on that. And you can manually push down on the pop-out selfie camera and it will shut the camera app down. And interestingly, Oppo doesn't want to call it a pop-out selfie camera, it's calling it a rising camera. I mean, for whatever that's worth, just different marketing terms, I'm guessing. So I've also set up the face unlock on the Oppo F11 Pro, and that's it. It pops out and there you go. It's recognized my face despite the fact that there is the camera in front of me, bang in front of me. You can see that in the reflection on the phone right now. Of course, it's not as secure as what you get on the iPhone XS Max or the iPhone XR or whichever one of these phones that you use for face unlock, but it is a fast solution for sure. Yep. I'm shooting this before the launch, so I don't know what the price will be, but we are expecting the price to be around somewhere between the 23,000 to the 28,000 mark. I mean, that's what I'm guessing the price should be. But it's got a Helio P70 inside and 6 gigs of RAM and 64 GB of storage. So that's it from me, Ershad. See you in the next one. Goodbye.